the long saga of Blade getting delayed has resulted in Blade getting delayed pretty significantly from November to September. Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty normal.
Of a different year as well.
Yeah.
Because people were like framing this as like doom and gloom, but it's like pretty normal when you have to find a new director and rewrite the scripts.
Uh-huh.
So,
how long was the Fantastic Four delay? When they lost what's his face, John Watts.
It was rumored.
So was it a year?
Yeah, it was like a year and a half, 2 years. So,
So it's standard. It's just.
I mean, so
they just want to get it right, didn't they?
I went back and looked at this. There's been at least 2 phase shifts every single phase that's been announced since Age of Ultron was announced. Every time this happens, like delays, reshuffles, moving projects around. So this is nothing new. Like, this is literally just part for the course. But what I've seen is people are using, it's the failure of MCU Phase 4 and the wokeness. That's why they're doing it. It's like, no, it's just taking more time.
It's the DCEU. They're competing with them. Oh, my God.
That's true. It's true.
Please no.
You know, the second highest rated phase is clearly the one causing everything to fail.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know. Like, here, let's go around. So in my opinion, I think production shutdown for Blade is great. I did not want them starting to shoot this thing in like February, aiming for a November release date, and then we would get all the visual effects. People are slammed. It's a rushed production and all this. They're giving us so much more time. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with everything. Blade delay, fine by me. How do you feel about it, Mitch?
I mean, it's not ideal, right? Like, it's not something you'd want to happen. You know, losing your director is never a good thing, but it happens, right? But at the same time, as you say, I think they've kind of learned from Multiverse of Madness slightly.
Mm-hmm.
Because they brought Raimi in, and then that kind of just changed on the fly as they started filming. And, you know, I like the movie, but you can tell it's been pushed out the door.
Yeah.
Maybe like before it's, the time is up. But
I mean, same with Spider-Man.
It's gonna come out. Right?
Exactly. So it's standard. Ricardo, how do you feel about this as well?
I think the delay is worth it because especially when the rumors is going around that Marshall Ali isn't into it, disappointed, so many things happening in the back, the terrible action scenes, etc. A whole rework for the film should be like a no-brainer, especially when Marshall Ali was the one who was like, make Blade, let me be Blade.
I mean,
two-time Oscar winning.
Yeah.
And he went to Kevin Feige's office for this movie. So I believe he has the right to be mad and make this whole movie be reworked. So this delay is definitely worth it.
And, that's the thing. Like, not many actors can go to the studio and say, I want this, and the studio bends over backwards for them, like The Rock did, clearly. And who else could you think of? Oh, Ali. There you go, right? I believe if Kevin Feige had his way, Blade would be a special one and done, and that's it. Because, I mean, look, I love Blade. I've talked about it, but let's be real. He's not going to set the box office world on fire. I'll be surprised if it makes like 400 million.
I think people will go see Blade.
Oh, there's
if
definitely...
they have that blood rave scene. Oh
yes.
Man.
I was going to say, if there's a blood rave in there, it's $1 billion easily.
True. Tristan, what's your take on this as well?
It's normal if they're trying to find a director, right? Especially if Marshall was part of that, saying that he wanted more action scenes in Blade that weren't there before, and I can see some other stuff because I think there was some rumors about them. I don't know if it's true or not. They were adding Blade's daughter, which they're probably rewriting her name because originally I think she was supposed to appear in like 2015 as her name as Fallon Gray, but then that got axed and reworked into Bloodline, who just got announced like over the past couple months that's getting her own miniseries in February. So if they want to work that in, that might
Oh,
be
they are
part of it.
straight up making
Yeah.
that part of it. 100%. It's
I don't know. I can see that for a sequel. I think you got to set up Blade himself first.
that's true too.
I think you got a lot to cover in the first movie, but
Yeah, because all the kids are coming in now.
Yeah. It'll be good.
But I
So
think this kind of with how this was Marshall's idea, like he's the one that went to Feige. Like we don't necessarily know that this was going to be on the slate anyway. It feels like an addition to everything. It's like, oh, we weren't going to do it, but hey, we'll do it because you want to do it and you're here now. So
I mean, it feels like it's like it was originally part of what happened with Armor Wars, where it's that it was going to be, you know, a TV series and then it became a movie. That's how I feel anyway.
possibly.
I mean, remember,
So
Blade
we owe
was
you this
supposed to
one, so
go
we're
to
gonna make a movie.
Blade was supposed to be Netflix thing before Kevin Feige literally stepped in and was like, "Oh hell no."
Yeah, it's like, we owe you this. We're gonna make it a movie instead.
Could you imagine Netflix's Blade? We gotta wait 12 episodes to see his teeth pop out. Like,
Oh God.
Well, they got 4 episodes of Blade pretending to be asleep. And you finally see his eyes open.
I gotta go to sleep right now. I'm too tired. Whistler, just hold the shotgun and point it out the window. 4 episodes of just Claire being told the plot.
He calls himself Blade, but he doesn't use a sword not once until like season 5.
Uh-huh.
We can't afford sword fighting, so we got Scott Buck here. Oh, goddamn. I mean, look, we'll talk more about production delays and things, but in my opinion, this is for the best. Blade and Fantastic Four, you got to nail them right out the go, or you're gonna get a lot of heat. So it's good, in my opinion.
They're gonna get a lot of heat anyway, but
Yeah.
it's funny because the movie Blade was not originally comic Blade. There are 2 vastly
Oh,
different
not at
characters.
all.
And then after the success of the movie, they made comic Blade into movie Blade,
Yup.
and that's what he looks like.
Uh-huh. It's like the Hugh Jackman factor for Wolverine. It's like, yeah, but you know,
But who would you want to take over though?
that's kind of what I
That's
was.
a big question there.
I mean, I don't even have a director in mind, honestly, because the obvious one I'm going to tell you is Guillermo del Toro, because I'm a fanboy, but I don't want
You'd
him.
never-
Oh man, that's
Yeah.
genius.
Yeah, it's
Like I told people he was no, he won't do it, and I said give him enough money, he would. Jordan Peele.
Ooh, see,
Oh, damn.
I'd love to see it. I think I'm with everyone else. He'd never do it.
yeah.
I said give him enough
see
money,
that
he
man
would.
doing a Marvel. I mean, everyone's got a price, right? I just can't see him doing a Marvel movie.
I was just gonna say Sam Raimi, but that was pretty much it.
Oh,
Yeah.
please don't.
I mean, look, I like the Jordan Peele pitch, and remember, every year there's at least one interview when he's like, "Hey Disney, hire me for Gargoyles." So maybe if they can convince him by giving him Gargoyles as well, and he can do 2 Disney projects, I'd be good with it.
What if we put gargoyles into Blade?
$30
pretty
gargillion
cool.
dollars.
I mean, they tricked Harrison Ford. Anything is possible.
We'll get to that one later. For Avengers.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Going to the Marvel Mystic side, who says there aren't any gargoyles?
true.
That
I
could
mean,
be seen.
you could actually work Gargoyles into the MCU, and they would, funny enough, they could actually fit in, especially like Xanatos' suit. You could be like, it's Iron Man tech, what do you want? Like,
Oh. I mean, he looks like the '90s Iron Man cartoon, right? He's got that businessman mullet and like the
Exactly.
suit.
oh, I want this. I'm going to go start writing my fan fiction right after this. This is happening. Oh,
You gotta copyright all this information just in case.
all of it.
Yeah, copyright the use of the IP Disney already holds. Yeah.
I'm on it. I'm on it. So I guess that's it for Blade. So yeah, we'll see what happens next. I'm assuming we'll get our next update in like springtime, and then we'll talk about it